Welcome, 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 welcome back. Welcome, welcome back. Welcome back to my channel. If you are new, please hit that subscribe button. I appreciate it. And if you are a returnee, welcome back. Today we will be making a graduation template. You can use this template for a shirt. You can use it for a graduation fan. You can use it to put on a tumbler, a mug, anything you like. But today I will be teaching you all how to get this designed. Okay, let me save my file first. Let me make sure this is saved. I'm going to close this out and we're going to do this together. I'm familiar with a Windows. I am new to a Mac. Just putting that disclaimer out there. I have had used a Windows my entire life. I am like 4 months in on a Mac computer. So, wherever you keep your files, you want to go to Photoshop, because we will be using Adobe Photoshop for this. Okay, once you open up Photoshop, your screen should look like this. Once you are here, you want to go to New File. Yours may not, if you don't use Photoshop often, yours may not look like this. I have a lot of recents because I use Photoshop a lot. If not, then it may be in print. You want to go to print and go to letter. We're doing 8.5 by 11. We're going to go ahead and rename our file. You rename it to whatever you like, but for me, I'm going to name it Giovanni Grad Temp. Okay, once you have it renamed, you don't want to do anything with the width or the height. We have it as how we want it. Our orientation will stay the same also. Our resolution, let's take this down to 150. Instead of 300, let's change our resolution to 150. That's all we are changing. Everything else can stay the same. Once your document looks like this, you can go ahead and hit create. Now that we have our document, we want to go to our web browser. I'm using Safari because I am on a Mac. We want to go to, it may look like this when you open it, but we want to go to thefont.com. That is DAFONT.com. Once we are in the font, we want to download the two fonts that we will be using. Not two, I'm sorry. The one font we will be using, and that is Varsity Team. Once you have it in the search, you can press enter. I like this font down here. Okay. Once you have, once it pop up, all you're going to do is press download. I'm going to re-download it so I can walk through the steps with you guys, but I already have this on my computer. Once it is finished downloading, okay. Once it's finished downloading, you go wherever your downloads are at. For me, mine are in my Finder. I'm going to go to downloads, and Varsity Team will be right there. I am on a Mac, so all I have to do is double click on that font and it will pop up and you will press install. Mine doesn't say install because I already had the font installed. I'm not gonna install it again. But if you are on a Windows, you will right click and click and then go to install. Also, once you download it, if you're on the Windows, it may have came up as a zip file, so you need to unzip it. For Mac users, Mac does it automatically. They will unzipping it and put the file in for you. So we didn't have to. If you're on the Mac, you don't have to unzipping it. Okay. Hope everyone have their fonts downloaded. Now we can go back. I didn't mean to do that. But now we can go back to Photoshop. Now that we are back in Photoshop, we will be using basic tools for this video today. We will only be doing basic stuff if you're not familiar with Photoshop. First thing you want to do, you want to go to your left hand side on the panel, and you want to grab your text tool. It's your text tool is the letter capital T. You're going to click on it one time, and then you're going to click anywhere on your artboard. Your artboard is your white piece of paper, basically. That is called your artboard. Let's do that again in case anyone missed it. We're going to go on the left side. We're going to scroll down until we get to our text tool. Our text tool is a capital T. You're going to click it one time. You're then going to click anywhere on your artboard so you can start typing. We are going to do 2023. So you're going to do 20. And then you're going to press enter and do 23. Once you have it, you can press enter again to lock it in, or you can just hit this check mark at the top to lock it in. Now that we have it locked in, we're going to resize it. Resize it to your liking. For now, we're going to do this size, and we're going to press the check mark. Now, when you when you start typing and your font isn't varsity font, you want to change it. Because I recently used varsity font, it automatically came up for me. If it did not come up for you, you want to go to your character panel. You want to go to your character panel, click inside the box, and type in the word varsity. Once you start typing it out, then the fonts will start popping up. Okay? So we are using Varsity Team Bold. And that's it. Now that we have our numbers, we want to start bringing in our photos. You can do this two ways. One way, you can go to File, Place Embedded, and then you will start searching for your photos. So here are two of my photos I would like to use. If you do place embedded, you can only do one at a time. So here's one of the photos I would like to use. I'm going to press place. Once that photo is in, I'm going to either press enter or the check mark at the top. I'm going to press enter on my keyboard. Now I'm going to add my next photo. Let's do that step again. We're going to go to File, Place Embedded. You're going to go wherever your photos are and bring in your next photo. Press Place. Again, you can either press the check mark up here or just press Enter on your keyboard. Those are my first two photos. The next, the other way you can bring in a photo is go to, for me, is Finder. If you're on the Windows, if I can remember correctly, I think it's File. You're going to click on it. You're going to go wherever your photo is, and you're going to bring in your next photo. Now, let me tell you, my photos are not organized. I have my photos all over the place. So I have to look for my next two photos. I know what photos I want to use, but I don't know where they are at. This is the photo, but I don't want. Here's one. So once you find your photo, you're going to click on it, hold it, and drop. Same thing like we did the other two. We're going to press the check or press Enter. For our last photo, we're going to go back to Finder and look for our last photo. Now, my last photo, I believe, is in this pile right here. Okay, maybe it's not. Let's try this one. I really gotta do better with organization with these photos. Okay, it wasn't in that one either. So maybe it's in 2022 for yep, it's right here. So again, we're gonna click, drag, and drop. We're going to press Enter to lock it in. And now let's start position them into the numbers. So first thing we want to do, we want to turn off we want to work one by one with the photos. So we're going to click the eyeball for each photo. We're going to turn them off for now. We're just turning them off for now. So for me, this is my first photo. This is what we will be working with first. You're going to resize your photo to the size of your letter. I think I want it on this one. I'm going to resize it a little bit more. That's perfect. I'm going to press Enter to lock it in. Once you have your first photo over whichever number you like, I'm using the first number, but you can do whatever number you like. You're going to come over here in your layers panel. For me, I am on a Mac, so I'm going to hit Control and click anywhere on in this gray area. Again, that's Control and click. We're going to do it again. The photo that we are currently on, we're going to make sure we select that photo. We then, if you are on the Mac, you're going to press Control and click. But if you are on a Windows PC, if you are on a Windows, you're going to right click, right? Yeah, you're going to right click and click. You're going to right click on it. That's what it is. Haven't been on the Windows in a long time. I'm trying to remember. You're going to right click and then this will pop up for you. Once your options pop up, you want to go to create clipping mask, and watch this. See? And your photo will clip to whatever number you want your photo on. We're going to reposition this so we have a better, I think I want to move it. Let's try it. So if you don't like the position that photo is in, no, I like it here actually. But if you don't like the position your photo is in, all you have to do is click on that photo that's on your artboard. Click on that photo and you could drag it around. You could drag it around to whatever number you want. And I think I like it over here. Let's just see for now. I'm going to leave it on a 2 for now. If I zoom in a little bit, you may see that my photo is running over to the 0. That is completely fine. That's fine for now. We will fix that later. I'll show you how to fix that later so it don't show up. Next, we are going to do the next photo. So we're going to turn the eyeball on for our next photo. The same way you turned it off, you're going to press that same area to turn it back on. Okay, now we need to make sure we have that layer selected. So let's make sure we click on that layer of that photo. And now we're going to resize it. For this photo, let's try it right here for now. You're going to press enter to lock it in. And same thing like how we did with the first photo, we're going to click anywhere in this gray area. Again, if you are on a Mac, it's Control and click. And if you are on a Windows, it's right click. We're going to go down and find create clip and mask. And we have our next photo completed. I don't like the position of this photo, so I'm going to just move it around until it's in a spot that I like. And we're going to continue the same steps for the next 2 photos. I'll be back once I am done positioning my photos. Okay, now that we are back, as you can see, the top of my photo, of this photo right here, is running over into my 0 at the top. So the quick and easy way to fix that is to bring this photo that's in the 0 on top of the photo that's in 3. So all you do is you come to your layer panel, you click on that photo that's in the 0. You're going to click it, hold it, and drag it. You're going to drag it to the top of the photo that is over top of that photo. So for me, it's my photo that's in the number 3. You're going to drag it and you're going to wait until the blue lines appear. When the blue lines appear, you can let go of the clip. And now you can see that my photo that's in the number 3 isn't overlapping the photo that's in 0. And we are done placing our pictures. If you are satisfied with the way your photos, overlap, your photos are in the numbers, then you can leave it how it is. If not, you can start making the changes. For me, I can see that this photo is still running you still can see part of this photo. So either I'm going to resize this. Yep, just resized it. It is still going into that. Okay. Oh, I don't want his eye. I'm gonna do it right there. So now I'm just gonna this is your time to reposition your photos how you like it, to your liking. Yep, I like that. If you are done moving your photos around, let's move on to the next part. For the next part, we are going to start adding some effects to our number. So let's click on our text layer. Once your text layer is selected, we're going to stroll down here to where our we have some options down here under our background. In your layers panel, you should see some more options. What we are going to do, we're going to add some strokes to this. So you want to click on the layer style. The layer style is the one that's have the F and the X. You're going to click it, and you're going to go to stroke. Again, because I was previously working on this, all my stuff is already in. So we have our stroke. Once your box open, you could change the color of your stroke by going to the color box, and you can make it whatever color you want. For me, I will be using his school colors, which is a green. Which is this green here. Once you have your color, you're going to say okay. Next, you want to play with your stroke size. You can move the bar up, you can move it down, you can type in the numbers here, the box. For me, I like mine at 9, but you can make your stroke how big or how little you want. For me, I'm going to keep mine at 9 or 10. Doesn't matter, but I'm going to keep it at 10. Now that we have our first stroke, we want to add another stroke. And you do that by going to this side. Under stroke, we're going to press the word stroke to add another one. As you can see, another stroke should have popped up. This is where you can change the color, keep the color. For me, I am going to change it. I'm going to change it to black. I'm going to say okay. Here is where you could again change your size to either bigger, smaller, is up to you. I'm going to keep mine in the 20 something. Let me see. Yeah, I'm going to keep mine at 20 something. 27 is good. Now, if you don't like this color combo, you can switch it. So for me, I want it the other way around. So where my green is, I want it to be black. Where my black is, I want it to be green. So I'm going to go back to my first stroke and just change the color out. I want that color to be black. Say okay. We'll go to my second stroke. I want that color to be green. And I'm going to say okay. Once you have your colors picked, you can say okay and close the box. Now, if you want, you can leave it like this. If you like how this is looking, you're all done. There's nothing else for you to do. But for me, we're going to take it a step further. So because we don't want, we're going to do another text box. We don't want our text box to go above, we don't want our text box to get clipped to 2023. So make sure you are on your background layer. Make sure your background layer is selected. Once it's selected, we're going to go back to our text tool. We're going to click our text tool, and you're going to click anywhere on your artboard to get your text box. Nope. Let's go back. Anywhere outside of your numbers, because you don't want to type inside your numbers. We get a new text box, and now we can move it around. And I think we want this to go above our number. So once we have that, we're going to click it and we're going to drag it to the top. Now that we have it at the top, our word is above everything else. Okay, we're going to write congrats. And press enter to lock it. For this, we're not going to press enter because they think we're going to want to go under. We're going to press this check mark to lock it in. And oops, actually before you lock it in, you want to select your font. So to change your font, you're going to double click on the congrats layer. Once you have it selected, you're going to go to your character where your fonts are, and you're going to look for a font. I don't have a particular font for y'all to download. I just use what's already in my Photoshop. I have a lot of fonts already downloaded. So I'm just going to find one that I like. I suggest you do the same. And I want to go with a script font. So I'm just going to use what I already have on my computer, which is, I think I like the Murder. I can't remember where I got this font from. If I'm not mistaken, I think it was the font. Not sure. But again, use the font that you like. We're not going to play with that yet. We're not going to rotate that yet. I'm moving it too fast. Got to remember I'm doing a video. Okay. Once you have it, you can lock it in. So we can get this to pop a little, because you can see, like, you can barely see it. So we're going to add some strokes to this to get this to pop. Again, make sure you're on your congrats layer. We're going to go to our style. We're going to go to our layer style, and which is the FX. We're going to click it just like how we did the 2023. We're going to do the same thing. We're going to click it, and we're going to go to stroke. Again, all of my stuff is already in from previously, so my black automatically came up. And you don't have to keep it black. You can change the color if you like, but I'm keeping black. Once you have it how you like it, again, you can change the size of this, of the stroke if you like. I'm going to keep my stroke at 10. Once you have it how you like it, just say okay. And something I forgot to mention, this is the color I want for my congrats. But if you want to change the color of your congrats, you're going to double click, and you could change the color up here or over here to whatever color you like. Again, you could change it to whatever color you like. I am doing his school colors, so I'm going to leave this yellow how it is. Once you pick your color, you say okay. But for me, I'm going to say cancel because I want it to stay how it is. Why did it change the green? I don't want that color. For me, I already have the color over here in my swatches, so I'm just going to bring that up. And now, you can leave it how it is, or for me, I'm going to rotate it. I like how it looks rotated, but it's covering his face. Let's leave it there for now. I'll probably move that later, but for the sakes of this video, just leave it there. I'm going to zoom out a little because we're almost finished. We have about a couple more steps and we're done. Next, if you like this how it is though, you can keep it. I'm going to add a name. So I'm going to do the same thing. Go to our text tool. Come over here in our art, so anywhere in the blank artboard, click. And I still went into my number. I don't want it to go into my number. There we go. And of course it's doing what I didn't want it to do. It's doing exactly. So we're going to move this layer up above the congrats. So it's no longer clipped to 2023. We're going to double click our text layer. You're going to double click on the T to change out this text. And you can put the student name. Press enter to lock it. Keep saying enter. Press the check mark to lock it in. You're going to resize it to how you like it. For now, this is good. We're going to press enter to lock it in. And same thing we did with the congrats in 2023. We're going to add some style to it. So let's go to the style layer. Remember, that's FX down here. We're going to start speeding it up because these are the same steps we have previously did for congrats in 2023. It's just going to be some changes. So instead of the stroke, we are going to go to bevel and emboss. Click it. And for our style, we are changing it to stroke emboss. That's all we are doing for this one. Yeah, that's all we doing for that. Let me make sure. We're just changing the style to stroke emboss. Then we are going to go down to our drop shadow. As you can see, it adds a drop shadow to the back of your letters. Now, here is where you can change how you want the spread to be. So if you want to change the angle, you can move this angle box around. And you can see in real time of it changing. So we have 93 angle, 54 angle, whatever you like. I'm going to do, for me, I like it like, so for me, I'm going to do a -20. I like how -20 look. And then you could change the distance of it how you like. Again, this is how your preference. I'm going to do a 7. You could change the spread of it. So like how big you want it. I'm going to do I'm gonna do 55. I like how that looks. And the size of it. You play with this how you like. How you want your vision to come to light. That's what you do. But for me, I'm going to do a 24. Once you have it how you like it, you're going to press OK. And now this is where you can play with sizing. I mean, with position and size. Want to make sure it's in the middle, because we're done. I want my I want to bring this up. I'm sorry. You actually want to make sure all of this is selected. You want to select the photos too. So you want to select your first photo, hold shift, and select 2023. So it all move at the same time. So now we're going to move it to our liking. We're going to resize it. And once it's how you like it, press enter or the check. Now let's click our congrats layer. Let's reposition this to make sure it's in the middle. Press enter to lock it in. Same thing with the text layer, the name layer. We're going to move this around to how you like it. And we are done. That is it. We just create our own template. Actually, I think I want to add the logo somewhere in here. So I'm going to look for the logo. You can or you don't have to do this part. But I want to add the logo, school logo in here. I had seen it when I was looking for that other photo earlier. Yep, here it is right here. I'm going to click and drag. I want this to come above everything. Now, you can remove the background by going to removebg.com. If you have a Canva Pro account, you can also do it in Canva Pro. But for me, I'm going to do it right here in Photoshop. I'm not doing a tutorial on this. I'm just going to remove the background. Be back once I'm done removing this background. Okay, now that I have the background removed, I'm just going to position this to wherever I would like it. So it's either there. Let me see. So either if you're breaking in the layer, if you're breaking in the logo, you just playing with how you want to break, where you want your logo. Oh yeah, I like that. Yep, I like that. And that's it. We are done. We are finished. We just create our own template using Photoshop. So if you like this video, please leave me a like, a comment. If you're new, I hope you are subscribed now. I'm trying to get in the habit of dropping more videos more frequently. I'm trying my best. So that's the end of this video. Thank you all for watching. Until next time, peace. We out.